damit begrüße ich euch in tiefster Nacht und nassfußigen Dungeon. Wir machen weiter mit These Memories of Celceta. Es läuft ziemlich gut. Wir haben den letzten Boss ziemlich verklapst und verheizt. Jetzt geht es hier weiter hinter diesem Boss. Mal gucken, was uns hier so erwartet. Und wir haben mit Adol eine neue Fähigkeit bekommen, nämlich die Sonic Wave. Das ist, glaube ich, eine noch bessere Variante des Sonic. Ja. Yo. Das ist die nächste Sonic-Attacke sozusagen. Das ist ja noch viel geiler. Ha, und hier ist das Symbol. Well, we're out, but where are we? Ich würde sagen, ein Grab. It appears to be a graveyard, and well-kept one at that. Not quite what I was expecting. So, we're in the prime of the lands now, right? Look over there. Is that Commodore's great tree? Seems to be, yeah. And if that's over there, then I think we can safely say we made it. These are the prime of the lands for sure, right, Adol? Right. I don't know. I feel kinda let down. After all this, I thought our arrival here would be a little more dramatic. Like we'd all emerge into a stunning new world and should uncontrollably with glee or something. No, it's okay, kind of. A moment passed. No sense forcing it. What's this? What's what? Something wrong with that grave? Yeah. Take a closer look. That gravestone. Here lies Adol Christian, died at the age of 18. Adol and the others exterminated the front of a gravestone. An inscription was carved into its smooth, clean surface. Here lies Adol Christian. What? I don't remember dying. There must be some kind of mistake. Adol. I'd say that pretty clear. Yeah. Still, the fact that there exists a graveyard. Here all the indicates that this side of the river is definitely inhabited. And by all appearances, its inhabitants must live quite nearby. Yeah, these flowers are still fresh and the gravestone itself looks brand new. Not to add to the questions we already have, but this has been bugging me since we found the ruins entrance at Salray. I wasn't sure before, but I definitely am now. There were no signs of anyone going through those ruins in a long time. It doesn't make sense. I know, but I'm completely confident that it's true. But here it's a grave with Adol's name on it, so that proves he did come through here, right? If this wasn't his point of entry, then how did he get across the river? I cannot imagine any other route. It seems we are left more questions than answers. Look at that! Na, schon wieder dieses Ding. Isn't that the same kind of bird we saw in Salray? I don't think it's a bird. It looks like one, but it's not flapping its wings. Well, if it's not a bird, then what is it? It came from deeper in the primal lands, but beyond that, I have no idea. Are you okay at all?
One day, I intend for mankind to take to the skies. Just like this, on wings of their own creation.
Okay.
Hold on.
What is it this time? Adol explained that he heard a voice in his head and described what it said to him. What? That doesn't make any sense. You weren't kidding, Ozma. I've got nothing but questions swimming around in my head right about now. I know. Isn't it exciting? Come on, let's get going. Okay, sure, must be nice to be so young and spunky. We won't find any of the answers we need by standing around here. I agree. We should continue up the hill and try find the people who tend this graveyard. Tranquil Hill. Ach, hier kommen wir her. Up on Tranquil Hill, like a plastic tree. I'm here with me. So, dann schauen wir doch mal. Plateau Path. Hinten könnte der Tower sein. Is that? Amazing. A town? This deep in the Great Forest? And not just that. But look at it. It looks like a way more technology advanced place than Evan Kaznan. What is that structure over there? The one surrounded by thunderclouds. Seems like some kind of tower. Tower! A tower? You forgot already? That old notebook of yours had a tower marked in it, remember? We're on the other side of a river. Now, that's gotta be the place. It looks almost magical, like something out of a fairy tale or an old legend. I'm sure Renmus would be overjoyed if he could see it. I'm sure he would. I have to bring him here sometime. I'd say it's high time. We go in for a closer look, shall we? Sieht echt cool aus von hier. Cooler Blickwinkel. Hier sind alle Level 23, Alter. Krass. tablets. Die erstmal fertig machen hier komplett. Uiuiui, der braucht aber ganz schön. Okay, wir hätten auch hier hochgekommen. Okay. Dann wollen wir mal. Incredible. This place is even more unbelievable up close. I wonder what kind of people live here. Hey! What's the those swingy things over there? They called windmills. The wind spins them around to generate energy. Oh wow! I'm impressed. You knew the answer, Doran. Very nice. Hey, they don't call me an information dealer for nothing. Anyway, based on our experiences so far, it seems safe to assume that Adol caused some kind of trouble here too. We might get chased around. We might get locked in a house somewhere for a while, who knows. Either way, we can't stand around forever, so let's just get this over with. Da ist der Turm. You're... And here we go. Own up, Adol. What did you do this time? It's a ghost! Ah! Huh? What's going on here? It's Adol! He's come back to hunt us! Eek! This isn't your world any longer. Go back to sleep. Leave us be. I see. So it was the people of this town who dug the grave, Adol. They appear to be under the impression that you are in fact deceased. Important character incoming.
Adol? Is it you?
Who are you?
Huh?
Oh, I see. You've lost your
Woher weiß sie
memories.
das?
Well then, let me introduce
Kelika.
myself again. I'm
Kelika. Schöner Name.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
My name is Adol. How you know I'd lost my memories?
That's beside the point. You really are quite the troublemaker, you know? First you wander off outside the town without permission and disappear without a trace. And then you show up here again with no memories. The nerve of some people, I swear. I like that. You're an interesting person, but there are limits, you know? After a while, it just gets old. You're almost a fully grown adult, so you really need to start acting like one, okay?
Whoa, Adol. This kid doesn't mince words, does she?
No. I think that about covers the scoldings. So if you would please come with me, I'd show you to my home.
Alter, ist das eine riesige Stadt. Highland Town. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aaron. I'm major of this town and Kalilika's grandfather. I must say it's amazing to see you alive again, Adol. I had assumed I never would. I saw the grave. Before you returned, we were under the impression that you had died. It must have been quite a shock to see it, but think how we must feel to see you standing before us now. May I ask why you believed Adol to be dead? We found Adol's belongings near a waterfall in this area, but Adol himself was nowhere to be seen. We searched for days but could find no trace of him. We had little choice but to believe he had accidentally fallen and drowned. Sometimes tells me drownings not too likely to be the way this one goes out. I can't even imagine how confusing this must all be for you. But in order to explain things adequately, I would be forced to detail a number of private matters regarding these lands. And I honestly cannot say how much I'm at liberty to discuss right now. Kalilika.
Yes, grandfather?
When Lisa returns from the rite of summoning, would you please ask her to come by?
Is she returning today?
Indeed. All through it may be past nightfall by then. Either way, I will need to consult with Lord Adol on this matter.
Yay!
Until I have done, I'm afraid you'll have to ask you to remain here in our guest quarters.
For how long?
I cannot say for certain. I will call you when the necessary preparations have been made. And your arrival has caused quite a commotion in town already. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I think it would be the best if you stayed indoors for the night. Well, we'll do what we can to make your stay a pleasant one. Kalelika, would you please show our guest their quarters? To their quarters?
Of course.
Well, since arriving here, we've learned not much. I'm inclined to disagree. If this is where Adol's tracks end, there is a high probability that this is where he lost his memories. It may not seem like much to go on, but it is a solid lead nonetheless.
Did anyone else find Kalilika and the Major's reactions to Adol's memories lost kind of weird? I mean, they didn't seem surprised at all.
There definitely is something strange about this town. The technology here is pretty advanced too. They have even got windmills and streetlights.
What's a streetlight?
Oh right, they're little devices on sticks basically that light up when it's nighttime. In big towns you can have a bunch of them along the side of a road. Then when night falls turn on and bright as day.
Wow, that's incredible!
But you sure don't hear too many towns that use them. Heck, you'd be hard-pressed to find one even in Rome. Honestly, this town might just be more advanced than any place I've seen on or heard about in the whole empire. Makes you wonder what's a town like this doing in the middle of a great forest. You managed to remember anything yet, Adol?
I think I remember Adol.
Oh, that's the guy the Major mentioned. Whoever he is, he sounds pretty important. The way those two were talking about him.
All we know
about him is his name. However, beyond that, we can only speculate. I think it would be the best for us to rest now and trust that our questions will be answered come morning.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Is it time for dinner?
Frida, give me a break. After much tossing and turning, Adol finally gave up on trying to get to sleep. There was simply not too much going through his head. Und was genau in seinem Kopf vorgeht, das erfahren wir dann beim nächsten Mal. Frohes Schaffen vor sein, bis zum nächsten Mal rein. Es wird spannend, es bleibt spannend. Eine wunderschöne gute Nacht und danke fürs Zuschauen, danke für eure Unterstützung. Au!